Hi, everybody. I'm Angela from CreateHealShine, and I'm delighted to be here today talking about reclaiming your truth. Now, this is going to be a pivotal moment in time for you if you make the decision to really reclaim your truth. So, as a professional counselor, coach, and facilitator over the last 10 years or more, I have noticed so many people, including myself for years, and I'll tell you a little bit of that story, about really not hearing the whispers of your soul, not claiming your truth, living for everybody else, people pleasing, putting your dreams and goals in life on the back burner for too long. This is a pivotal moment for you to make a decision that you're going to stop doing this, or you're going to at least reclaim who you truly are at the core. We're physically and emotionally exhausted society right now. It's not just from daily stress, that's part of it, but also on that, it's years and years of compromising your truth to help other people feel comfortable. And this pattern of self-silencing yourself is not serving anyone, least of all you. So for years before this, you may not know this about me, but 3 years ago, I was given a terminal cancer diagnosis, and I've been on chemotherapy ever since. I also had a heart transplant, and it'll be 2 years in May. Before that, there was many incidences, double back surgery, divorce, custody battles, and many more hardships and struggles for me. Well, I dimmed my light. Well, I dimmed my voice. And that took a massive toll on my inner world. My mind just took a massive toll on my body as well. So I just want to share with you, and I'm so passionate about this topic because of the journey that I've been on and how connected the mind is actually to the physical body. And so I just pray that you really see the connection about how important it is to reclaim your truth and how deep this actually goes. It's all linked together. And the louder that we're living life and going and being crazy and just running wild and continuing on this path of almost self-abandonment, our intuition and the little voice and things get minimized and get silenced. And what happens is the physical ailments and the pain, they really come forward until they're screaming at you to slow down and to stop. So there is a few different aspects of this. So the feminine aspect within all of us, we've been taught to nurture, to kind of hold space, to soften our edges and swallow our thoughts, our words, whatever we wanted. Meanwhile, in the masculine energy, that part that is all about action and do, setting boundaries and speaking directly, has often been labeled as too much or even maybe aggressive. But the truth is that the power lies in the integration of both these feminine and masculine energies. And I love talking about speaking your truth and feminine wisdom, because feminine wisdom is the wisdom that knows how to listen to our intuition, combined with the masculine bit that gives us the courage to take decisive action. So this isn't about choosing one or the other. It's about honoring both within us, but also really remembering your femininity at the core. During all of the times of our life up until this point, your body has been keeping receipts, keeping the score, if you will. All the times that you suppressed your truth, said no or said yes when you really wanted to say no, all this stuff is stored in our nervous system, and it creates anxiety and chronic stress and disease, and most of all, disconnection from ourself, our true soul, the essence of us. And so if you're experiencing any physical symptoms like headaches or digestive issues or exhaustion or you feel like you're burned out, or any other issues, pain and tension and soreness, this is your body's way of saying, hello, I'm over here. Slow down. Stop. I'm trying to speak to you. And in these times when our body's speaking to us, we have to make a decision. We have to decide, are we going to continue living in this high stress, go, 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 crazy paced world or life? Or are we going to slow down and be present in this life and in this world? And there's that gap in between of who you are and what you're doing, and over here, what you truly want, and your true soul, your true alignment, your true essence over here, and embodying that person. And so let's just talk today about honoring that inner knowing. This world, this chaotic world with all these societal conditions and judgments and criticisms and rules, it doesn't need any more people silencing themselves to maintain false peace. We put masks on as women. Men do this too. But we tend to really do this because of our femininity and our nurturing and empathic kind of energy that we have. And we put these masks on, and we're this for this person. And then we act like this for this person. And then we put a different mask on for when we're around that person. And the truth is that we're really just not able to speak our truth everywhere the same. And it's not anyone's fault. It's just the way that we've been conditioned for absolutely so long, is that we got to be this to this person. We have to do everything for this person. We have to walk on eggshells for that one. And we're not being authentic to our true self. And for us to actually, as a group, as a collective, to come and together and start to heal, I really feel that we have to be authentic. It's so important to start speaking our truth and nurturing who we are at the soul capacity for group kind of collective healing. We need to break generational patterns. We need to show our children and everyone around us what's actually appropriate and possible by choosing alignment and sharing that with other people, and showing them that, and our children, that, and those around us, in friends and family even, that we are choosing alignment over approval. It's like we're creating this whole new paradigm where both feminine wisdom can be expressed in a safe, authentic way. And I just want to say that the cost of compromise up to this time has been so high, way too high. And this is not a luxury. You don't want to be in my position someday because your body was screaming at you to listen and you just ignored it and kept pushing and pushing and grinding in that masculinity energy. So this is a necessity of speaking your truth and reclaiming what's yours, what's authentically yours for your own well-being. Are you ready to do it? Are you ready to speak it? Are you ready to take it? So let's talk about understanding the impact of silence in our nervous system. When we constantly suppress what's true to us, we create patterns of disconnection within our nervous system. Think about the last time that you said, yeah, I'll do it. And you signed up for all these things, but you really had good intentions, but you just piled so much more stuff onto your plate. And now you're rethinking that this is just too much. And now there's all this guilt and resentment about saying yes. And, oh, now I got to make a decision, or should I just keep doing it because I got to save face or whatever? And just thinking about all these things just makes me tense. Can you feel that your shoulders are tense? Your body is becoming sore and painful. There's signs creeping in all over with anxiety and overwhelm. And this is normal. This is your body's responses. It's your body's way. Our bodies can't talk. So our bodies communicate through signs, sensations, feelings, emotions, and physical symptoms. And in therapy, often we see how chronically suppressing all of this stuff and ignoring it just leads to anxiety and depression and disease and illness. Just like Vander Kolk talks about, The Body Keeps a Score in his amazing book. But it's all unspoken truth of your body. So in your nervous system responds to truth suppression as a form of a threat. So when you make something up or say something and you're denying yourself what's really true, your body sees that as a form of a threat. And when you constantly override your authentic responses, you activate that nervous system, the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn kind of mechanism response. And all this does is create a cascade of stress hormones that come over you, and they can affect your sleep, your immune system, your whole physical, biological system. They can create a freeze response, the fight, the flight, the people pleasing, the fawn, and it's just so critical that we speak our truth so that our body sees and can be in a safe place. Our body can be like, she meant that. That's true to her. And I'm safe. I don't have to respond. I don't have to go into some sort of a panic. Because every time we continue to suppress that, we're bringing that state on, the fight, flight, or freeze. And the longer we're in that, the cortisol levels are running high, and we're almost never authentic. We're almost constantly going from one of those stages to it over and over and over. We're very rarely coming down out of that when we're back in it again already. And so the reason that this is happening is because so many of us learned early on in our life that emotions and needs and expressions and doing all this stuff is not acceptable. We have to cover all this stuff up. You should not behave like that. Good girls don't do that. You should not be angry. Girls don't get angry. Or boys, you should just suck it up. You're not allowed to cry. Maybe even the girls had been told that, or they're too sensitive, or they're too much, or just move on and get over things. And we weren't allowed to feel. So many of us weren't allowed to feel our feelings. We weren't allowed to have the feeling even, let alone feel it. And after years and years and years of this, we adapt to it. And that's why it's called an adaptive behavior. It served its purpose at one time, but now we cannot. It's just inhibiting everything that we're doing. It's keeping us from being authentically true and expressing what we really mean. And it's almost like a habit. What comes out of our mouth sometimes is just an auto response, like a default response. And we see it after we've said it, and we think, have you ever had that? Where you think, wow, I can't believe I said that. That's not really how I really feel. And it just automatically came out because we are so habitual, and it's been in our default mode for so long, since we were children. That's why inner child work is so amazing and very empowering. And I'm going to be doing some classes on that as we go forward to go a lot deeper into that topic, as well as some shadow work and some other things. But our body has amazing ways of communicating when you're not in your alignment with what's real, with you're not in alignment with your truth. Your throat will get all tight. Sometimes tell me if you have any of these reactions. Your throat gets tight. Maybe your cheeks, your whole face goes flush because we are not speaking our truth. Sometimes that just comes out in excitement and anxiety and nervousness, a little bit of if we are speaking our truth. But usually we get these feelings of like restriction when we're around somebody. Usually if you think about someone where it's awkward to have a conversation with that person or that feeling, you can kind of think of that churning in your stomach, and you kind of don't want to make eye contact. Headaches is another one. All of this stuff comes from suppressing what you truly want to say and need from somebody. And these are somatic responses that are asking for your attention, like the little red flag that we wave in the air that tells us, hey, see me over here, I'm trying to speak, and you're just suppressing me and not speaking your truth. not being who we truly are. And like I said, it's not always on purpose. Sometimes it's so defaulted into us that that's what that's what comes out of our mouth. Society tells us what's acceptable. It has told women for hundreds and hundreds of years how we should be. It has created deep, deep grooves of conditioning within us. And this also is a conscious and subconscious kind of at different levels. It can affect how we take up space in the world, how we feel we can take up space. It can be also how we speak. And so recognizing that these patterns aren't about blame, it's just understanding this whole bigger picture of how we have been suppressing so much for so many years of our true authentic self. What would it feel like if you did your hair however you wanted? You colored it however you wanted. You wore what is truly what you like. You put makeup on that you love or didn't, or peeled it off because that's not really you. What would happen if you truly acted on what you truly love and want and who you are inside? What would you look like? Who would she be? Think of how empowering and confident you would become once you embodied who you truly are and what you really love, not what you think you should do or wear or be or look. And so many times all of these judgments and criticisms come to us from our own spouses, partners, previous partners, parents, society. So many different things have told us how we have to be, what we should dress like, how we should look, how we should act, how we should feel, everything. What if you just wanted to be you? What would it look like? Who would you be? When you start speaking your truth, it's going to feel so good. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of resistance, both internal and external. You might feel like you don't fit in anymore. There's so many different ways that you could feel. You might feel so empowered and amazing. You might notice people reacting to you in a different way or making comments to you. And that's normal. That's expected when we're actually embodying who we truly are and authentically are. Because as you establish new patterns of your own authentic expression and decide to speak the truth, no more lying to yourself, to other people, being 100% authentic, your body will be, your nervous system will feel so safe. So safe. So let's talk a little bit now about truth and safety. Because as you start validating your own feelings and needs and what you need and want and express them externally, you'll have so much internal validation. Things are going to change, and change can happen really small. If you decide to just start small, like do little low risk things one day, do your makeup all, wear the earrings you want, color your hair the way you want, cut your hair the way you want, dress in the colors that you want. Maybe at work you wear a suit, but you really want to be wearing like yoga clothes. Maybe there's a different way you can be. Maybe you can dress who you truly are. Maybe you have this hippie bohemian spirit and you want to wear dresses every day, but you never have. Try it in small ways. These are little ways you can reclaim who you truly are and start embodying that. People, doesn't matter what anybody thinks. All that matters is what you think, and your health depends on it. When you speak your truth, you're not just changing your own life. You're contributing to all of that collective healing. You also are giving permission to other people to do the same. It's like a ripple effect. Your voice, your story, your truth, it becomes medicine for other people who are trying to find their way I want you to think about how your journey of reclaiming your truth could impact future generations, could impact your own family, your children, if you have them, everything, everyone following you. When we break these patterns, we're transforming generations. And when you have the courage and bravery to be who you truly authentically are, it is just opens up so many new doors and new possibility and direction that feels so good and so safe and so right and so you. So as you continue this beautiful journey of reclaiming your truth, I want you to remember that your words carry so much energy and intention. When you speak from a place of true, deep, authentic alignment, the way you communicate to other people, it comes off different. It has a different quality. It will resonate at a deeper level because you're tapping into that deeper level of you. There's no perfect here. This is about your own unique, authentic expression and your presence, your honesty to yourself. And no one will know this but you, that you're doing this, unless it's really drastic and you're just going to go full on you. But this can reflect in business. This can reflect in life. You want who you are to really be a trademark of everything you do. If you're not being truly you and being somebody else and saying things and agreeing to things and not looking like who you truly are and what you really want and love, everything in business will be misaligned. And when you realign the business aspect of you in this way and express who you truly are, everything, your branding, all of this stuff will look different and look authentic and match who you really are. So you don't need to be fearless, or you don't need to you just need to start somewhere to speak your truth. You just need to be willing and courageous and brave. That's all you need to do. And it's one little step, like one little step now, one little next step, one little next step, one saying no, one saying yes to something that really drives you. How many other times have you said yes to things that you don't want to do and no to the things that you really want to do? Like that's the opposite. That's the flipping the coin. But your truth isn't a burden. It's a gift. When people are saying that they don't know what their messages are in business, it's because they're not aligning with who they truly are. So then it's confusing. But when you are in your authentic truth, totally, life will rise up and meet you with opportunities. And you will make so much bigger impact. So this whole journey of reclaiming your truth to me is so sacred. It's not just about speaking up. It's about not lying to ourselves anymore. It's about honoring everything we love. Look around in your environment. Is it speak you? Like look around. Does everything you see fall in love with? Does your home reflect your inner world? All of this is connected. Maybe you're not living in a community or somewhere that you really want to be, and that can be on your list of your one little baby step more towards reclaiming your truth as being where you want to be, dressing how you want to live, living where you want to live, decorating like you want to decorate, looking physically like you want to be and who you are. And if you're already doing that then go inside and see where everything is misaligning inside, if it's misaligning. And all you have to do is look around you. All you have to do is put yourself around you and bring some people to your mind that create awkward situations, or that you're avoiding, or that you don't like. Those people are reflections of ourselves in our inner world of what's going on in here. And when we're willing to dig deeper into there, we can really do the hard stuff and be truthful. So when it comes to, it's a really great tool to be able to kind of work on what's in there, what's going on, is take that person that really bothers you or you have a lot of conflict with, internally maybe even, or maybe externally or both, and ask yourself, what is going on here at the root? What are they reflecting back to me that I don't like about myself or could be going on within me? Start where you are. Start with what you have and trust your journey. Trust every little step that you're on and just see that bigger picture when you encompass and be authentic to who you truly are in every way, inside, outside, our environment. And it's not like we're going to do a massive overhaul in one day. These are just baby steps. But all of this will change generations if you allow it to, if you are that honest. It's just small transformational steps. So I'm just so happy that I could speak on this topic because, as you can see, I'm so passionate about it. So as we close together today, I just want you to really think about what truly matters to you. What's real and honest and true for you? You deserve happiness. You deserve to be empowered and feel confident and brave to be you. All of that helps to silence and calm the nervous system when you do, when you are in harmony with your soul. So this isn't just about speaking up for yourself. It's about coming home to yourself. Every time you honor that true, authentic voice, you're not just changing your own life, you're shifting so much and so many other lives. Every woman who's ever spoken her truth has made it easier for other people to do the same. Your voice matters. Your voice matters. Your journey matters. You already have everything you need within you to make this happen. Your body knows the way. Your heart holds all of this wisdom. Trust it. Trust yourself. The world needs your medicine. So as we go through this month and move forward, I want you to carry this thought with you. Your truth is not a burden. It's a gift. And your voice speaking truly isn't too much. It's exactly what somebody else needs to hear. Your story matters, and you are not alone in this journey. This is a beautiful space of collectivity that we are all together supporting one another. But you can choose truth over silence. You can decide to put yourself first. You deserve everything in the world. You deserve to be able to reach all your dreams, goals, and desires for yourself, too, just like everybody else. So speak your truth, because your truth is wisdom. Your truth is wisdom for you, and your truth is wisdom for somebody else. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I enjoyed being able to speak to you today. And you can find me in my free community at Create, Heal, Shine. And I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.